Hi, my name is Amanda Brown, and I'm a teacher at the Knox County Middle School.
And my name is Amanda Stokes, and I am a paraprofessional counselor for Knox County School System. Recently, we've received an email from a concerned parent regarding the transfer of her child from a residential school to a mainstream school. It is not unusual to receive emails from parents about this issue. However, this particular case is so unique because this child is deaf. The student's name is Daniel, and he has grown up in a residential school. His deafness has not affected his academic ability in the least, though, because he is academically on par with his middle school grade level. Both of his parents were deaf and have immersed Daniel into the language of ASL since birth. Therefore, his reading and language skills are also equal to his middle school peers. Recently, he tested above his deaf peers on performance and IQ tests, causing both he and his parents to reevaluate his residential schooling.
The concerns of Daniel's parents are very common for bright students in his situation. His high scores and high intelligence level present a problem with the typical middle school curriculum, however. His curriculum is not meeting his educational needs and therefore is not allowing him to grasp new content and concepts. Both Ms. Stokes and I agree that it's best for Daniel to be placed in a mainstream schooling system. This would mean that Daniel would be in a classroom at Knox County Middle School, the closest one to his home, with all hearing students and myself as the hearing teacher.
One of his mother's concerns was how would being mainstreamed help Daniel if he was unable to hear much of the content being taught. Well, with the help of Miss Brown and myself, Daniel will be provided with an interpreter and an itinerant teacher through his IEP, his individual education plan.
Before Daniel begins at Knox County Middle, I'm going to sit down with him, his parents, Ms. Stokes, his interpreter, and his itinerant teacher, and we will devise a plan that set goals specifically for Daniel, accompanied by ways to manage and reach these goals in a timely manner. Mainstreaming can benefit him because he will be challenged at an academically higher level than he would have been at a residential school.
We realize that traditionally mainstreaming has been a very disproved of method of schooling for deaf students. However, mainstreaming has improved drastically in the past decade and now offers equal education for all students, even those who are disabled. For example, the author of the textbook Deaf Education in the 21st Century, Topics and Trends, stated that the goal of mainstreaming has been to provide students with disabilities with educational opportunities that are equivalent to those of their peers who are non-disabled. Generally speaking, mainstreaming has improved its programs and curriculums to meet the needs of all students, not just those that are disabled.
There are also numerous websites that provide research on mainstreaming deaf children, such as raisingdeafkids.org and classroominterpreting.org, that both reflect on the advantages and disadvantages of mainstreaming. Yes, it's going to be hard for Daniel to adjust at first, and there may have to be an adjustment to the amount of work that he does at home in order to be successful. However, with the help of his interpreter and his itinerant teacher, he should be just fine. Daniel's mom was also concerned with whether or not I, as his teacher, would be able to help him with certain things within the curriculum that might potentially be more difficult for him. It might limit him because he's deaf. The answer is yes, of course I would be able to help him. I can meet with him in the morning and or afternoon to assist him. I can also provide him with alternate sources of study material that might further elaborate on concepts that we teach in class. I can also work with his interpreter and his teacher to better relay the information he's being taught and make sure that he is fully grasping it.
Because both of Daniel's parents attended Gallaudet University after being taught in residential schools their whole lives, they consulted with a counselor currently working at Gallaudet University. She essentially told them that there is a strong possibility that he may not be successful in a mainstream school simply with the help of an interpreter. He may need additional accommodations to ensure that his total communication with both his teachers and his peers. By law, he is entitled to IEP through the Individuals with Disability Act of 1990. That will help him identify particular needs, goals, and how to accomplish his goals. His IEP will also qualify him for things such as alternative testing environments, note takers, extended time for assignments, among many other options available.
Though it seems like there are many disadvantages to the mainstreaming system, it's our professional opinion that this is what's best for Daniel. He will now not only be incorporated in the deaf community, but the hearing as well. A great website to find additional information on that subject is the What Hum website. It lists various problems that he might face, but more so, if all goes well, he will be able to appropriately adapt to certain situations that might arise, but then he'll be able to advocate for himself in those situations that are tailored for a predominantly hearing population.
If anything, Daniel and his parents need to realize that this is It is his well-being that needs to play the heaviest role in this decision. His parents need to show constant support in his choice to ensure that he is awarded all the accommodations he's entitled to follow through with his accommodations, to verify that he is being given same treatment as his hearing peers in terms of methods of instruction and delivery, and ultimately give him the moral support he will undoubtedly need more than anything through this hard transition. Though it may be difficult at times, with the correct physical, mental, and emotional support, Ms. Brown and I have no doubt that Daniel will be immensely successful in the mainstreaming school system. Thank you.
Thank you.